What is good, Knicks fans? Coming at you with another video. Talking Knicks, of course. A few things came out. I just want to touch on them, and let's get into the video. Let's talk Knicks. Few things that came out today. The Jazz, the Knicks, and the Lakers in a potential 3-team deal. There's been talk for a couple weeks now, but it's coming out now that a few details of the trade. First, we thought that if Knicks get Donovan Mitchell, they're giving up Randall, and that Randall will be going to the Lakers. That's what we thought. But no, this won't be happening. And Russell Westbrook will be going to the Knicks. But no, this will not be happening. It would be Russ going to the Jazz, and we still won't give up Randall in this situation. They're not talking about Randall going to the Lakers. So I don't know what's going on there. Are you going to have Donovan and Randall play together? I don't know. It can be a different trade, one-on-one trade with somebody else with Randall. I don't know. Something like that. But the situation is that Russ is going to Jazz with multiple picks from Knicks and Lakers going to Jazz also, and Donovan going to the Knicks, and Lakers getting multiple players and potentially Cam Reddish in the deal. Multiple players from Jazz is what we're talking about is like Beverly, what's his name? Bogdanovich, something like that. And potentially a Jordan Clarkson or Malik Beasley. And if you get a Cam too, don't you think that with LeBron and AD that they have on their team, Lakers would be winning the trade a little bit? Just a little bit? Yeah, they would. So I don't like that Cam is going to the Lakers, but I don't want to help the Lakers, right? We want to help ourselves. And it's been put out there that the Jazz starting point, and this has not budged, is 6 picks and Quentin Grimes, and that's just a start. And I'm pretty sure they want a Cam if they're going one-on-one with the trade. They want a Cam. They want a aspiring contract like what's his name, Rose. Even though Rose probably got another contract, I think that's a team option, so I think they can still decline it for anything and still trade him by the deadline and get something back for him. That's what I'm talking about. So this is too much, and that's what the Knicks said. It's an unfair, it's a lopsided package. Yes, Donovan Mitchell is worth quite a few picks, and this is what the Knicks opened with. They opened with multiple picks, but no Grimes. So they'll give up a Cam, they give up a Rose, but no Grimes. They feel like Grimes is right now. They do not want to. This is what we're hearing, that Knicks do not want to trade Quentin Grimes because you want to, just like R.J. Barrett, you want to put him with a Donovan Mitchell, with a Brunson, just like Grimes. You want to put him with a Donovan Mitchell. You want to put him with a Brunson, right? You don't want. You need a 3-and-D guy that plays off ball, and that dude is it, right? And he can still put it on the floor and give you something. And it's been put out there. I don't know if this is real. So all this is some of this is rumor and stuff like this. Like right here, like this, the Knicks potentially open to trading Obi instead of Quentin Grimes. Obi Toppin. I think that's much more of a rumor than. I don't think Knicks value all three of their guys a lot, and they want to pair all three of them with Donovan, Brunson, and RJ instead of having them just split up and everything. I think they want to still develop their guys. Obi is one of their main guys, and I think they want to get rid of a Randall instead of and keep a Obi. So it's a whole situation right there, but I think that's just more rumor than anything. Yeah, so the Jazz are not budging. They want the 6 picks in Quentin Grimes as a starting point to the trade. Knicks is like, this is unfair. No, we can give you multiple picks. Yeah, if you want the 6 picks, fine. We're not giving you a Quentin Grimes. You're gonna get a Cam Reddish. You're gonna get an expiring contract and picks. We don't want to give you Grimes. That's it. Then they stand firm on it. and unless they come, the Knicks, unless Jazz tells the Knicks, okay, we don't want Quinn Grimes, you want the picks, or we were fine with Cam picks and stuff like that, I don't think the Knicks and Jazz deal is gonna happen, and by default, the Lakers aren't gonna get a deal with in this trade either. So I think the Lakers should help us sweeten the pot, put in the Taylor Horn Tucker, a Kendrick Nunn, young player and an expiring contract and stuff like that to help us get this deal done, because it's not happening right now, and we need this deal if we're gonna go through with it. We need this deal, and we need our players. We need our players, our young players. We're giving up picks, bro. And like I said before in last video, the Jazz want unprotected picks by the Knicks. All the other picks are mid tier. Those are mid picks. Those are protected, highly protected. So you won't be able to get much value from those technically. But the Knicks first round picks, their own first round picks, they got 4 they can trade, and Jazz potentially want 3, right? It hasn't been put out there how many unprotected picks they want from us, but I'm guessing they want all of them to be honest. But they want, let's just say, they want 3 unprotected. They don't want no protections on those 3 picks. Let's say those 3 picks and 3 protected picks, whatever, from the other teams, right? I think that's too much, bro. Okay, I'll be willing to put 2 unprotected, but they have to be really early, like next year and the year after, because I think we're gonna be good at least these 2 years. But at least within these 3 years, first 3 years with Donovan, I think we're gonna be good enough. If we don't trade away everybody and have Donovan, we're gonna be good enough that we can be a top 6 team, top 5 team. That maybe those picks aren't gonna be high. It's gonna be low picks, and that would be fine up until up until a certain point. So I'll be willing to put in 2. I really want to start at 1 and be firm at 1, saying 1 unprotected. But if this shit goes deep into training camp and shit like that, or if it goes to training camp at all, I'll put in 2. I'll say, okay, let me put 2. Let me put 2, and that's it. This is where I'm gonna stand from now on. If you don't want it, you don't want it. Give all the picks. I'll be willing to give almost every pick, but protections on some of the picks, bro, because I'm not putting all four of my unprotected picks that I'm able to trade. I'm not putting all 4 of them on unprotected. We need to protect ourselves by putting protections on the picks. And we need to keep our young guys, Quinn Grimes, Obi, and quickly, with the RJ, with the Brunson, with the Mitchell. Randall's the odd man out. I want a Cam, but Cam has to be he has potential, so he has to be in this situation. I think Cam and 7 picks will be just right. Cam, 7 picks and expiring like a Rose. I think that it would be just right. I just think that Danny Ainge is he's a shrewd guy, and he's not going to budge on mostly anything that we put out there. And Knicks aren't gonna play ball until there's a fair package out there that they'll be willing to take. And I think 7 picks for a guy, my God, like, this guy gotta be, even if some of the picks are mid picks, bro, 7 picks for one guy, I don't think that's haven't been done before, bro. Like, you're gonna make history by doing that, and then adding the picks from Minnesota with the 7 picks we're potentially willing to give you. that's ridiculous, bro. That's 12 picks in one off season. You're gonna go down in history as one of the best off seasons, right? In terms of draft compensation, it's gonna go down in NBA history, bro. For two guys, one that don't deserve to be given 5 picks and shit like that for, which is Rudy Gobert. He don't deserve to be to give. Nobody deserves that. Nobody should give up 5 picks for Rudy Gobert. This is what I'm saying. Like, 3 picks for Rudy Gobert, fine, because he's at his peak defensively, right? But 5, and then you get a 7 for Donovan Mitchell, 2 unprotected, 1 protected. It's psycho, man. It's psycho. This is what I'm talking about. So, hit me up. Check me out. Check this video out. I'll check you later. Deuces.